Yo guys, welcome back to The Drunk Bard. As you can tell, all my videos, I'm just getting them all done right now in one go. I'm getting them all done. The last two videos have looked exactly like this. I'm dressed and I'm in the same position I was in the last two videos. The same clothes, everything. Like, I'm just knocking it all out. Everything that I got on my head that I want to get out of my head, I'm getting it out of my head. Let's go to the lore of the WWE. All right. I got some complaints. Not really complaints. Suggestions. WWE does have a lore. Drunk Bard, there is lore to the WWE, so I will cover that, occasionally, not really. I know there's other channels that do it a lot better than I do, especially since I don't have cable, so I can't watch the Raw and SmackDowns. I have to kind of wait for the recaps, so it is what it is. But I do want to talk about the new heavyweight title they unveiled. I know we're a couple weeks behind on that. I don't understand, but the reason I want to talk about it is because you still have time to fix it. Triple H, I'm talking to you. You still have time to fix it. You still have time to make it right. Hear me out. You obviously can't hand that title to Roman now. There's no sense in it. But once Roman does finally lose the Undisputed Championship, you can do what I'm about to say. So, if you have that title and you were to split the Raw and SmackDown titles back, now you have the WWE Undisputed Championship, heavyweight champion, which I would say that's the belt that Seth Rollins has. I know Roman has it, but I'm saying it should be the belt that Seth Rollins has. And you cannot contend for that title unless you are a Raw or SmackDown champion. And then you have a match maybe not every pay-per-view, because I know sometimes you run out of time and the event fills up and you have to do what you have to do, but you find the time after every pay-per-view or during the pay-per-view if you need an extra match. You have a Team Raw, Team SmackDown tag team, like maybe a 6-man tag. That kind of sounds like something right there. 6-man tag, and the winner chooses who's the contender at the next pay-per-view. So either it's the Raw champion or the SmackDown champion. You can even do this with the women's titles, and you can do this with the tag team titles. So think about that. All right. So it decides who gets to contend, which show gets to contend, which brand gets to contend for the Undisputed Championship. Let's say Raw wins it. No, I'm sorry. Let's say SmackDown wins it. You have to be holding the title to contend, okay? So let's say SmackDown at SummerSlam has won their match, and they get to contend for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. You have to have the title. Okay, so that means the Friday before the pay-per-view, if the SmackDown champion loses the title, the new champion immediately gets that title shot the next night at the pay-per-view. Like, I think that makes for very compelling Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns. That makes for very compelling TV. Not to mention, you just get to have a lot more title matches. It'd be a lot more chaos. You introduce a lot more chaos into the WWE, and you get just a whole bunch of different storylines that get going off of this, and you get extra title matches that you could actually have during the week, and Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, those should always be direct lines to the Undisputed Champion. That goes without saying. Those are very those will always be the direct line to the championship. I believe that. But I think you have a chance to do something really cool here. If it were me, I would have gave that title to Roman, and I would have split the titles and sent them back to Raw and SmackDown so that they could battle it out. And then you could have had 2 tournaments instead of 1. You could have done a lot. And I would do the same thing with the women's championships, and I would do the same thing with the tag team championships. It would make for a very interesting some very interesting matches and storylines, in my opinion. And then you can kind of rotate those Undisputed Champions out so that you have your other champions, they get more face time, more TV time, so that they can grow and become better characters and become better, with the fans and work the crowd better, and they can also just come into their own light. I think there's a lot that could be done with this. It's up to you, obviously. You guys know way better than me, but I just wanted to pitch that. So Triple H, if somehow this video can make it to your desk, that would be dope. Just hear me out. And what up? All right. I'm gonna make one more video tonight. WWE predictions, specifically Bloodline predictions. So yeah.